Top 20 Space Tourism Destinations You Never Knew Existed. For most of human history, travel meant crossing oceans, deserts, and mountains. Then came airplanes. Suddenly, the world became smaller. But today, a new chapter of travel is opening. A chapter where the destination is not a country, not a continent, but space. What was once the domain of astronauts and governments is now being quietly transformed into the world's most exclusive form of tourism. Not someday. Not centuries from now. But right now. From the edge of Earth's atmosphere, to luxury hotels orbiting the planet, to future trips around the moon and beyond, these are the top 20 space tourism destinations you never knew existed. This is Krosstrail. And this is the future of travel. What is space tourism? Space tourism isn't one thing. It's an entire spectrum of experiences. Some trips last minutes. Others last days or weeks. Some barely cross the edge of space. Others orbit Earth at 17,500 miles per hour. What they all share is one idea: that space is no longer unreachable. Private companies, billionaires, engineers, and dreamers are turning space into a destination. And the destinations may surprise you. Destination 1: the edge of space. Suborbital spaceplanes. At around 62 miles above Earth, the sky turns black. The horizon curves. Gravity loosens its grip. This is the edge of space. Passengers experience this aboard suborbital spaceplanes operated by Virgin Galactic. You don't orbit Earth. You touch space and return. For a few magical minutes, you float. Cost: $250,000 to $450,000. For many, this is the gateway to space tourism. Destination 2: vertical rocket space tourism instead of a runway. This journey begins with fire. Straight up. Blue Origin launches tourists aboard its New Shepard rocket. The capsule separates. Silence replaces thunder. Passengers unbuckle and float freely. Then gravity returns, and the capsule parachutes back to Earth. Duration: about 11 minutes. Impact: lifelong. Destination 3: orbital Earth tourism. Now we move beyond brief encounters. Orbital tourism means staying in space. Circling Earth every 90 minutes. Seeing 16 sunrises per day. This experience is made possible by SpaceX. Passengers train for months. They live like astronauts. Cost: tens of millions of dollars. But the view? Priceless. Destination 4: International Space Station visits. Floating above Earth is the most complex structure humans have ever built. The International Space Station. Private citizens have already visited. They conduct experiments. Sleep strapped to walls. Drink floating water bubbles. Trips are coordinated with partners working alongside NASA. This is not tourism as entertainment. This is tourism as exploration. Destination 5: private space stations. The ISS won't last forever. Private replacements are coming. One of the leaders is Axiom Space. Their vision? A commercial space station built for astronauts, researchers, and tourists. Think orbital hotels, with Earth views few humans have ever seen. Destination 6: rotating space hotels with artificial gravity. Weightlessness is amazing, but not for long stays. Enter rotating space hotels. Orbital Assembly proposes massive rotating rings in orbit. Rotation creates artificial gravity. Guests can walk, sleep normally, and dine in space. This isn't science fiction. It's engineering. Destination 7 near space balloon journeys. Not all space tourism requires rockets. Space Perspective uses giant balloons to lift luxury capsules. The ascent is slow, silent, peaceful. Passengers sip drinks while watching Earth curve below them. Cost: around $125,000. Destination 8: 0 gravity flights on Earth. Before going to space, you can practice. 0G flies aircraft in parabolic arcs. For 20 to 30 seconds at a time, gravity disappears. Astronauts train here. Now tourists do too. Destination 9: lunar flyby tourism. Imagine seeing the far side of the moon. No landing. Just orbit. SpaceX has announced private lunar flyby missions. The journey would take days. The destination? One of humanity's greatest dreams. Destination 10: moon surface habitats. Future. Under future lunar programs, permanent moon bases are planned. Led by agencies like NASA, these bases could one day host tourists. Low gravity. Alien silence. Earth hanging in the sky. Destination 11: Orbital Reef. The first space business park. Orbital Reef isn't just a space station. It's a vision of an entire space economy. Often described as a business park in orbit, Orbital Reef is being developed by Blue Origin along with several aerospace partners. The goal is ambitious: create a permanent commercial destination in low Earth orbit. Inside Orbital Reef, tourists won't just float. They'll live. Private cabins. Research labs. Panoramic observation decks. Unlike the International Space Station, Orbital Reef is designed from the ground up for commercial use, including tourism. This could be the first place where space feels normal. A place where space travel becomes routine. Destination 12: private astronaut missions. You don't need to be born an astronaut anymore. Private astronaut missions allow civilians to train, launch, and live in space, just like professionals. This experience is led by Axiom Space, working with established launch providers. Participants undergo months of training, emergency procedures, microgravity adaptation, spacecraft systems, then comes launch. Once in orbit, these private astronauts conduct experiments, film documentaries, or simply experience life beyond Earth. This is not a joyride. This is elite, immersive space travel. Destination 13: Asian spaceplane tourism. Space tourism isn't limited to the United States. In Japan, PD Aerospace is developing a hybrid spaceplane. The concept is simple, but revolutionary. Take off like a plane. Climb using jet engines. Then ignite rocket propulsion to reach space. Passengers experience weightlessness and the curvature of Earth, before gliding back to a runway. Projected cost: around $125,000. If successful, this could dramatically lower the barrier to space tourism. Destination 14: symbolic spaceflights. Not all space tourism involves physically traveling. Some journeys are symbolic, but still deeply personal. Celestis offers memorial spaceflights. Ashes or DNA capsules are launched into space. Some orbit Earth, others burn up like shooting stars. For many, this is about legacy. About being part of space, forever. Prices begin in the thousands, not millions. It's space tourism in its most emotional form. Destination 15: inflatable orbital suites. Traditional spacecraft are rigid, heavy, and expensive. Inflatable habitats change everything. Bigelow Aerospace pioneered inflatable space module concepts designed to expand once in orbit. These structures offer more internal space, lower launch mass, improved radiation shielding. Though currently dormant, the technology remains influential. Future space hotels may rely on inflatable habitats to provide luxury at scale. Destination 16 Mars Flyby Experience. This is the ultimate frontier. A journey not to orbit Earth, but to pass by another planet. SpaceX has openly discussed human missions to Mars. While colonization is the goal, future flyby missions could allow passengers to travel near Mars without landing. The journey would take months. Passengers would see Mars grow from a red dot into a world. Cost estimates range into the hundreds of millions. This isn't tourism. It's history. Destination 17 Asteroid Tourism Concepts. Some of the most valuable objects in the solar system aren't planets, they're asteroids. Future space tourism concepts include flybys of near-Earth asteroids. Passengers could witness ancient solar system remnants, irregular gravity fields, untouched cosmic material. These trips remain conceptual, but feasible. Asteroids may one day become the most exclusive destinations in space. Destination 18 Citizen Science Space Missions. Not all tourists go to space for leisure. Some go to contribute. Citizen science missions allow paying participants to conduct real research in orbit. These missions are coordinated by private companies working alongside space agencies and universities. Tourists help study human health in microgravity, plant growth, materials science. Space becomes a laboratory, and tourists become researchers. Destination 19 Civilian Spacewalk Experiences. Today, only astronauts perform spacewalks. Tomorrow, civilians may join them. Future concepts include guided spacewalks for trained tourists, attached to private space stations. Participants would wear advanced spacesuits, remain tethered, experience Earth directly below them. This would be one of the most intense tourism experiences ever created. High risk, high reward. Destination 20 Permanent Orbital. Living. The final destination isn't a trip. It's a lifestyle. Permanent orbital habitats could allow humans to live, work, and vacation in space year-round. Multiple private companies envision rotating stations with gravity, ecosystems, and communities. Space wouldn't be a destination anymore. It would be home. Space tourism began as a dream. It's becoming an industry. And one day, it may become ordinary. Outro. Space tourism isn't about escaping Earth. It's about seeing it for the first time as a fragile blue world, floating in darkness. These destinations may be expensive today, exclusive, rare. But every great journey begins that way. This is Krosstrail. And this is where travel is headed next.